What? More dinosaurs? Seriously, are we in Land of the Lost? I mean, jeez.
Hey, what's up my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the GCreation's Thunderous. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So we have a lot of shiny goodness going on here. We got Thunderous, we have the combined mode of Shuriking there in the background. Shiny stuff on the top, shiny stuff on the side, more shiny stuff on the other side, shiny stuff on the bottom, shiny stuff on the back, shiny obligatory product shots. He does this, that, the other, all that cool stuff. And that is basically it for the packaging. And of course, included in the packaging, you do get the obligatory third-party collector's card. Yay, cards. And there you have tech specs, if that interests you. And you also have a bio, if you'd like to read that. And that's basically it for that. So, moving right along, here we have Thunderous, the first component of GCreation's Shuriking, their Dinobot combiner. Long story short, as far as Toy World's version goes, I saw a good picture of how the combined mode looks, and I thought it looked horrible, so I switched teams. So now I'm going with Shuriking for my Dinobot combiner. So there you go, just to answer that question. So here we have Thunderous, which is their take on Dinobot Sludge. And pretty cool, getting close here, so you can see the details. It does the G1 thing of, you know, the head and neck are done in a transparent plastic, and underneath you have some nice chrome bits to give it a nice techie look, just like the G1 toy had. He does have chromed teeth, and some nice molded details throughout. A little bit of paint apps here in the neck. Of course, this bit right here is all chromed, and yes, it is a fingerprint magnet. You get some gold chrome right here. And you get some gold right here on the claws. Again, lots of nice molded details, and some of it is picked out in paint. And the tip of his tail is chromed out as well. And there you have that. I mean, underneath, you know, it's actually pretty, you know, clean. Not a whole lot of gaps for people who complain about gaps in their Dinobots. Not a lot of gaps here. You know, it's pretty well filled in. So there you have that. Now, for comparison, we will bring in Columpio here. So see how he scales with his other third-party selves. So there he is with Columpio. See, a bit bigger than Columpio. And here is Planet X's Fall of Cybertron version. Right there. So you can see how they scale. Here he is with Voyager Prime. Again, just so you can see how he scales with a mainline Voyager. Right there. So you have that, and here he is with his G1 self-conscious pressure, thundering pressure. So there you have that. As you can see, the aesthetics of the G1 toy have carried over onto Thunderous, which is pretty cool. So there you have that. Articulation-wise, his head is on a ball joint as well as a hinge, so he can look straight up, and you can actually get pretty emotive. You can have him going, You can totally have him doing that, which is kind of cool. His mouth can open and close, and you also do have this little gun here that can flip down, which is pretty cool. So you have that. No articulation in the neck itself. It's all just kind of, you know, locked in place. The front legs do have some movement. This is on a ball joint right here, as well as a double hinge. So you can totally make use of that for posability. You can get some outward movement also. There's also a swivel right here. You also do get some ratcheting goodness right here in the legs. That's a double joint. The toes right here are on a hinge and a ball joint, so you can get some nice range of movement there. The back legs, you do get some wiggly-waggly room. A little bit of wiggly-waggly room, and I totally pulled that in. Push that in by accident. There we go. You want that fully extended right there, so you can get full range of movement. So you do get some wiggly-waggly room in there. No real outward movement. There's no swivel. You just get the knee joint right there. And again, it's double jointed and it's ratcheted, which is nice. And again, the toes are on a hinge and a ball joint as well. So you have that. And you can wiggle the tip of his tail up and down. That's more for transformation than anything, but hey, you can use it for something. This does move as well, but that's just because it's not locked in the way it's supposed to be, because it doesn't want to lock in the way it's supposed to, but whatever. So there you have that. He does come with accessories. He does come with his sword right here, which is done nice silver. Nice metallic red paint. You do get 2 of them. I left the other one in the bag because I'm only, he's only going to be holding 1 as far as I'm concerned. So, but you do get 2 of them, which is nice. He comes with 2 big guns, 2 BFGs right here. And unfortunately, the one thing that bugs me about these guns is you don't get a left and a right. They're both the same side. They do have these flip out posts right here. And yeah, they're both, I guess this would be, yeah, they're both rights, basically. You don't get a left and a right, and that kind of sucks because you can't store these on Dino mode. But the thing is when you plug them on, you're always going to have one upside down. So that kind of sucks. It would have been nice to just have a left and a right, but he does have ports right here on the legs. You can take these and plug them in like that. You can have your Dino with giant guns on his hips. Right there. So, there you go. And again, one's always upside down. And that's not a mistake. Like, even the pictures on the packaging and the pictures in the instructions, it's, yeah, you're just going to have one that's upside down no matter what. So, that's just the way they decided to do it, so that's the way they do it. And there are also ports on the front legs also, so you can plug them up here too if you want. But, there you go. He has these 2 big old guns right there. They're nicely done. I mean, they look cool. Got some silver bits on there, so yeah, they look cool. Yeah, that, and you get the foot for the combined mode. This huge foot. The foot's almost as long as he is. This is the foot for combined mode. This can also be used in Dino mode. You can take this and split it down the middle, which is really not easy to do. There we go. And this piece will fall out, and you take this bit right here. And you just pop this out. And you have these posts right here that you flip out. If I can. I'll use a screwdriver. There we go. It's kind of tight. So you have these posts here that you can flip out. Right there. Like that. And you can take these and you can plug these onto the Dino as well. So you can take these and just plug these onto the side. Like that. Oh, come on. Come on. Right there. The instructions tell you to plug them in this way, but I don't like seeing all the gaps there, so I always flip them around because I think it looks better that way. And you just take it, plug it in, and you can have even bigger guns. Why not? Dare I say why not? Sure. Sure. I can work with that. Sure. Sure. So let's just get this back together here. And just take this, and this just slides right in here. Just take that, slide that in. And this piece right here, you want to slide this right in here. Make sure the gaps are actually facing the toe. That's the way it goes in. And then just take it and just plug all this back together. Like that. Squeeze it together. There you go. You have a foot. And we'll get to this in a little bit. But now let's get down to transformation. Now, I'm going to try to go from Dino mode to combined mode, even though going from robot mode to combined mode is easier, and I use that term loosely, but we're going to try to go from Dino mode to combined mode as best we can. Pray for me. Just that's all I'm going to say is pray for me. So, first thing you're going to do is you're going to untab the head, just hooks in right there, and you want to open this up for now. Open that up. This also pegs in right here on the side, so undo those pegs. You want to come here and just start undoing stuff. You want to take these panels and bring these out to the sides. You want to take this whole back section right here and split it, which is not easy to do. There we go. Split that. Put the tail down the middle, right there. You're going to take the tail and you're just going to rotate it around like that. Just get out of the way. You can flip the tip back like that. Just rotate that around, flip it back, and now you can take the legs and flip them down, your standard Dinobot transformation, really, at this point. I'm going to flip that down. You're going to rotate the waist 180. And now you're going to collapse the legs up. You see the legs are on this double hinge right here. So you're going to take the leg and collapse it up like this. And that's the way you want it. So do that. And then you're going to take this piece right here. It's on a hinge. Just flip that down. Keep that out of the way for now. We'll do the same thing over here. Again, pray for me because this isn't all that easy to do. Take this, flip that down, bring them together. They will tab together, but you really don't have to worry about tabbing that together just yet because we're not quite done. At this point, we can take this, clip it back together like that. What are we doing here? Okay, we can take this whole front section right here is on a double hinge, so you want to take it and just take it and bring it forward like that. Now you can see that double hinge in there. Just want to take it and bring it forward like that. Once you have that done, you can take the legs here and oops, did I do something wrong? I did something wrong, didn't I? I did something wrong. Oh, there we go. Take this, swing it around like that. Swing that in like that. And you can tab all this together. Oops. Come on. Tab this together. Tab that tail together. Yeah. Right there. A lot of things on this toy, especially going to Dino mode, a lot of things on this toy require you to apply way more pressure than you should be. And that's something that sucks. One thing I will also say, this clip right here, you can see this is kind of like a hook clip. That'll clip into this slot right in here. If you're having a lot of trouble getting this to clip together, just shave this down. See this little hook part, the part that actually comes down? Just shave that down some until it's actually easier to clip this together, because this is one of those things that took way more force than it should have to get clipped together. So I ended up just taking a knife and shaving it down, and now it's a lot easier. So just one little tip there for you. So once you've done that, you can take the arms and you want to just fold them down like that. And you'll see there are posts right here. There are two posts that'll go into these two ports right here. They're actually screw holes, but they're going to plug in right there. So just take those, push them in right there. Bring that arm down and push that one in right there. Oops. Come on. Push that in like that. And now we're going to bring in the foot. The easiest way to do this is to kind of take the toes and flip them all the way down, take this section right here and bring it all the way up. It just helps you to see what you're doing a bit better. So I'll bring this up, and these two posts right here, they're posts on either side, they're going to plug in right in here. So these two ports right in here on either side. And this is the part that can be a bit tricky and be a bit of a pain in the butt, but hopefully we can do this without much effort, I hope. Please. Oh! You do it. Oh! Wonderful. That's the easiest time I've had doing that. Wow! So once you've done that, take this, collapse it back down. Like that. Now these legs you're just going to take and you're going to fold them all the way up like that. You're going to push them into the body, and you see there's a post right there. That'll plug in right there. So just push that into the body and just plug that in right there. Do the same thing on this side. Just flip that in. Take that, push that into the body so it all clips in right there. And this is the one part that's, honestly, I find it very funny. The combiner port is right here. And this thing is extremely, extremely tight. You cannot do this with your bare hands. And the instructions even tell you right here to get something and jab it in there so you can pry this thing up. And yeah, you definitely need it. So I got a screwdriver here, and you just have to kind of jab it in there, and you need leverage for this. So you can pry that up, because that is really just super, super tight. And considering how big and how heavy this combiner is going to be, I'm actually glad it's this tight, because at least you know it'll support the weight. So there you go. So now we've raised that combiner port up, and then you just take the neck right here, the Dino neck, just bring that down against the back like that. And there he is. There he is in his foot mode. And this is a very big, this is a big leg mode right here. This is big. This is, and it's heavy too. This thing has some weight to it. And this piece right here is on a nice tight ball joint down there. You do get a nice range of movement. You also have use of that double joint right there, which is ratcheted, which is very nice. You do get toe movement also. So yeah, this, just judging from this, I mean, he's going to be a big boy. He's going to be a very big boy. And just for comparison here he is with Devastator. And you can see how this is going to end up looking. I mean, that's, yeah. He's going to be a big boy. Definitely going to be a big boy. So there you have that. And oddly enough, I think this one leg weighs as much as Devastator, which is kind of weird. But anyway. But yeah, definitely a very, very, very large foot mode here. So it's just, it's honestly making me scared just how big this thing is going to be when it's fully combined. That's crazy. That's crazy. And the instructions tell you to just kind of take this part, and they actually tell you to take it and like angle it down, but you know, I guess it all just depends on how much space the thigh is going to take up when you actually plug, you know, have this plugged onto the leg. So I guess you can just kind of angle it how you wish. I mean, it's on a ratchet, so you know, it's totally up to you. Me, I just leave it straight out for now. So there you go. But now let's get on to robot mode. That was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. So, just want to extend this down so again we can see what we're doing, and just undo that. That'll just fall right out. And now we're just going to pretty much undo everything we did. We have to take this and pry it back down. Come on. Hello, buddy. My God. My God. Come on. It's a little scary though, because you are kind of flexing plastic a little bit, so it does kind of worry me some. So, come on. Those last couple clicks you have to use your fingers, and that's not easy to do. Come on. There we go. Jeez. Wow. Hey, at least you know he's going to be stable. You don't have to worry about his knees giving out, that's for sure. But anyway, once you've done that, you're just going to split all this. Come back here, split the tail. Come on. Split. Split! Split, I tell you! There we go. It just holds together very well. And then you're going to unpeg the arms. Unpeg those arms, just kind of raise them up, just to get them out of the way. One thing about this toy is that it does tend to kind of get in its own way a lot. You kind of have to move stuff out of the way a lot. But take the tail, bring that up into the side. Just kind of take that, just move that out of the way so you can bring that up into the side. And then you can bring these pieces up like that. Bring that out, flip that up, bring it out. And then you can take these legs and bring them back down like that. And there you go. Then you can take the hip and just bring it up. And you have that. So you're going to take this piece right here, you're going to bring it down, actually fold this back up. You didn't have to unfold it. I'm just a dum-dum. And this post right here will end up going into this port right there. So just swing that in, and that will plug in right there. Plug in. I said plug in. I said plug! There you go. Plugged in right there. And then you're going to take the tail and just bring it around and bring it down. And there's a little post right there that'll plug into that port right there. So once you've done that, you can take this leg and bring it back up to its original position. Right there. Just fold that up the way it was. And there you got a leg done. Second verse, same as the first. Just take that, bring the hip up. Take this piece, bring it down. Fold that back up. Bring it in. Oops. Peg it in right there. Take the tail, bring it around. Bring it down. Plug that in right there. Plug it in. Plug it in. Plug it. There we go. Plug it in right there. Then we can take this leg, put it back into its original position. And there we got the legs all done. Now we will move on to the upper body. We can take, actually let me raise the camera so you can see his upper body. I'm sure that would be very helpful. I'm just assuming it would be helpful. So there we go. Now you're going to take this piece right here, split it down the middle. You can see why I didn't clip my fingernails, because you kind of need it for some of these parts. Take that, bring it back, and you can open this up. And the reason I don't collapse this back in is because this plate right here that the head is attached to is very tight, and some people have reported snapping the figure's head off because that neck peg, the post that the head sits on, is really thin. So I'd rather not pry it up by its head, so I leave this open so I can actually grab that platform and just rotate that instead of trying to torque it up by the head. So there you have that, close it up. And now you can take all this and just bring it back to its original position right there. So I can bring the arms down, and you can bring the shoulders up on that double hinge right there. Just bring that up, and boop, right there. Or you can leave them down there. Totally up to you how you want the shoulders oriented, but me, I like them sitting up a bit higher. So it gives you options, which is nice. And once you've done that, you just open this panel up right here. Open that up, flip out the hand. Flip up the hand, and just close that back up. Same thing over here. Just open that up. Flip out the hand. Flip out the hand. Come on. Everything's a little too tight on this guy. There you have that. Now you just take the Dino neck and just bring that down against his back. There's nothing you can really do with this. It just kind of hangs out back there, which I don't particularly care for, but it is what it is, people. It is what it is. And I think we're done. Are we done? I think we're done. Yes, we're done. So there we go. There we have Thunderous in his robot mode. Pretty cool. I dig the design. I dig the look of it. One thing that does bug me, though, is that his legs are like there is way too much going on here, and I wish there was a better way to compress all this a bit more. But again, he now has to be a triple changer, so I guess the engineering did not allow for all this to compress in a better way. So it does make his shins just way too thick, and sometimes just makes just getting him standing in a natural pose a little difficult, because this just ends up banging into each other. And this, I wish there was a way to at least fold that head up flush or something instead of it just dangling back there too. I wish this was handled a little bit better also. But it is what it is. So there you have that right there. But we're getting closer on the head sculpt so you can see that beautiful face of his. See it? I see that beautiful face of yours. I see that pretty face. Come on, focus on that pretty face. Focus on the pretty face. Focus, I said. I said focus. There you go. There you go. There you go. Nice head sculpt. Nice silver paint. Nice red eyes. Got a little silver there on the forehead crest. Very cool. Nice metallic red paint right here on the chest. And again, you have that nice effect there of the transparent plastic with some gold chrome pieces underneath. Very, very cool. You do get some blue paint apps here, as well as some silver. You know, and it's nice. I mean, it's a Dinobot transformation. You know, he looks like a Dinobot. He looks like what he's supposed to look like. So there you go. Again, I just wish some things back here just kind of worked a bit better and compressed a bit more. But still pretty cool. Articulation-wise, his head is on a ball joint. You do get some nice wiggly, waggly action. The shoulders are on that double hinge and also on a ball joint that's right in there, so you do get some movement that way. You do get some outward movement. Again, you can make use of that double joint in there. You do get a bicep swivel. You do get 90 degrees of movement there. At the elbow, you do have wrist swivels. You do have a waist joint. Legs can go forward. They can go back, they can go in and out. On a tight joint, you do have a thigh swivel. You do get slightly under 90 degrees there of bend, which is honestly impressive considering all the junk that's on his legs. The toes can tilt, and you can actually pull the toes out, which is pretty cool. you can pull them out so that way you can have some upward and downward movement also, which is a nice little feature. So there you have that. And these wings right here, they're on this hinge as well as this hinge, so you can take these and angle them however you want, totally up to you. Fan them however you wish. So there you have that. Of course, you can have him holding his weapons. We can give him a sword. We can give him one of these big guns here. They do have these pegs in the back that you just flip out, and that's what he's going to hold. You can give him one of these big guns right here and arm him up. And of course, you can take the other gun right here. You can plug it on his shoulder or plug it down here if you want. You can even split the foot and have him, you know, use these giant guns. I don't know if he can hold these as weapons. Actually, never tried. I'm going to try right now. We're going to do this live, people. We're going to do this live. I don't think so, because I don't think that peg is actually long enough. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Come on. Come on. Let's see if this is actually long enough here. I don't think it is. Nope, he can't hold that as a weapon, so nope, that's not happening. But he can still hold his BFG right there. So there you have that. Now for comparison, here he is with Columpio. You can see right there how he scales with Columpio. Tad bit taller, definitely a lot bulkier than Columpio. Here he is with Planet X's full Cybertron version. And again, taller. I think they pretty much match up bulk-wise. Well, not in the legs anyway, but upper body-wise, they kind of match up. They match the bulk. Here it is with Voyager Prime, so you can see how it scales with the current mainstream Voyagers. So I think that's a pretty good scale right there. And how does it scale with Masterpiece? Here's MP10. So, no, not really. It doesn't really scale with Masterpiece. It needs to be way bigger to scale with Masterpiece. And here he is with his G1 version. Causes precious, long-necked precious. So there you have that with his G1 self. And there you go. There you have... actually, since he's right here, might as well just bring him in. Here he is with Combining Wars Devastator. So you can see how he looks with a fully combined Devastator. So there you go. Since he's right here on the table. How does he scale with Metroplex? I don't care how he scales with Metroplex! I love you guys. I really do. So anyway, Thunderous. That made me lose my voice. Karma, I guess. That was karma. But anyway. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll make up for it. I will make up for it. Karma's going to kill me off. Here he is with Metroplex. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There he is with Metroplex. There. There he is with Metroplex. Karma said, "You show them Metroplex or I will steal your voice." That's what it said to me. Sorry. Forgive me. Please forgive me. Anyway. Excuse me. As far as Thunderous goes, it's a good figure. I wish some things were handled a bit better. I mean, granted, again, he now has to be a triple changer, so obviously some... You know, some things had to be sacrificed for that to work. And again, like I really just don't like how thick these legs are, and this just dangles there lifelessly. I mean, it doesn't even go flush against the back; it just knocks against all this other junk that's hanging out behind his legs. Like that's kind of sloppy to me. But it's still it works. It does what it needs to do. I do have the second figure in this set on the way. It should actually be here tomorrow, so probably sometime next week I will review it. Yeah, pretty neat figure. There are some tolerance issues, like especially going to Dino mode. There are some parts where I am applying like stupid amounts of force to do something simple, and I hope that's something they improve upon with the next figure. I hope that's something they made better, because that's like, you know, there were some aspects of the transformation, getting him into Dino mode, that were legit just frustrating. And like I said, just having to use way more force than I should have to do something simple. Like, just for example, like just getting, for Dino mode, you have to take these legs and actually extend them outward. And this is not, well, it's easier now because the camera's on. But, well, okay, there we go, because it wasn't clicked on all the way apparently. But you can see, I'm like, ugh, I have to apply a lot of force. This one's not that bad, but you can see I'm applying a lot of force just to pull that out, and I shouldn't have to apply that much force to do something that simple as just pulling that Dino leg out. I think this is the side that's really, really stiff, but yeah, just little tolerance issues like that I hope they made better with the next figure. So we'll see what happens, but so far, I mean, it's not a bad figure. I mean, it's good. It does what it needs to do, but I hope there are some things. I hope this set does get better as the series progresses. So there you have that. So if you would like a Thunderous of your own, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There will be a link in the description down below, so do check it out. I will also be making a playlist for these guys, so do check that out also. There'll be a link in the description. So I think that's pretty much it. So don't forget to check out EmGames, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the GCreation's Thunderous. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old. You grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud. Palm in your face. Sludge, I have a request of you.
What Optimus Prime want me, Sludge, to do?
I want you to stop being so tall.
What?
Yeah, I have a thing about people on my team being taller than me. You know, I'm the leader. I should be the tallest. I should look up to no one. So if you could just kind of crouch down when you're around me, so I look taller, that would be great.
You mean like this?
Yeah, that's good. There we go. That's perfect. Thank you so much. You're a valuable member of the team. Thank you. You can go now. Just waddle on your way.
Okay, me Sludge go now.
Okay, go ahead. Thank you very much. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Stupid tall robots. What was Wheeljack thinking?